drift me on to the land of the north, to the land of the north, to the land of the north, to the land of the vacations in the forest. It kept me up the hour. Wake up and smell the flower. To the land of the Lord.
Gene Cunningham, I own Illinois Pinball.
Do you consider yourself a pinball player or a pinball collector or both?
Collector.
Yeah? Why do you consider yourself a collector?
I've owned 1,600 different pinball machines. I have about 300 right now.
Yeah.
I've been involved with collecting and playing pinball for 40 years.
Why do you like it so much, or what's...
It's a good hobby. I meet a lot of people. I travel and go to 10 shows a year.
Yeah.
We have a show about every 2 or 3 weeks somewhere.
Yeah.
As far as Washington to Texas, here and all over.
You like to travel? Is that your thing?
You know,
Yeah.
we have a truck that my son-in-law I bring with me.
What first got you into pinball?
I opened a roller skating rink in 1973, and back then there was only mechanical pinballs. So they brought 3 of them in, set them up. About a month later, they come around and said, Gene, we're going to rotate your games. And I said, what are you going to do with them? So we're going to take them back to the shop, shop them, re-rubber them and things, sell them. I said, how much? He said, $125. I said, go ahead and do it and deliver them to my house. First year I had 6. Next year I had more.
Yeah.
Then I even bought a jukebox from them, and it just kept going. I started going to auctions, and I'd take my truck and a lot of money and go buy pinball machines.
Bar.
I did the Big Bang Bar, made 191 of them. Now they sell for $15,000 to $18,000.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys that's got them that's new in the box. They want $25,000 a piece for them. My plumber came over to my house a month and a half ago. Went down and played my gold-plated one, number 00. And he said, Gene, will you sell that? And I said, no, I don't really want to sell it. He went home, got on the internet, and bought one for $15,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Plumbers are rich.
Huh?
Plumbers are rich.
Plumbers are rich.
Yeah.
I know I pay him a lot.
Yeah, yeah, right?
When I had made Big Bang Bar, I just bought Capcom.
Yeah.
And we figured we had 191 board sets. We figured we could make it with the stuff we had for $4,500. That's well. Except the guy we had making them for us and doing our assembly work drank more than anything else. He forgot to pay his rent. The landlord came in, chased all his employees out. He wasn't there, he was over at the bowling alley. Locked the doors and threw all the stuff out, all my parts.
Oh, wow.
I took a $320,000 bath to make that machine. As far as building another game from scratch, no, I don't have one to think about.
Yeah.
I've got, right now, I'm 76 years old.
Yeah.
And I figure I'm going to stay in this till I'm 80. And games I can build, because I bought Bally Williams, I have the rights to, is possibility of Medieval Madness, Addams Family, Monster Bash, and Wizard Block. Most people have never heard of Wizard Block. Wizard Block was the next game in the 2000 series. And I have the playfield and all the disc and everything to make that if I want to.
My wife and I got married a year ago this June. We bought a new house right then and there, moved in after the honeymoon. It was a real gorgeous beauty, everything was shiny and new. We just couldn't wait to get the wheels off our little tin love glue. We moved in community where everyone's income is fixed. Our address now is house number 14, Trailer Park Road number 6, at the Black Fly Mobile Trailer Park. At the Black Fly Mobile Trailer Park, where the cars are on blocks and the homes are on wheels. Tuna casseroles are popular meals. Call it Home Shoppers Network for all those great deals at the Black Fly Mobile Trailer Park. At the Black Fly Mobile Trailer Park. It wasn't much, but it was our castle, and we were both king and queen. We spruced it up with lawn ornaments. They were the cutest thing that you've ever seen. There were tractor tire planters, ceramic cats on the house where they'd cling, flamingos near Our Lady in the bathtub, plastic butterflies with very large wings at the Black Fly.
Congratulations. Can you hang out for a picture for a minute? Okay. All right, and then in third place, Nicole. She gets $75. Congratulations, thank you. And in second place, our regular here at the Michigan Pinball Expo, Rosa, doing $100. And then in third place, we have the Mrs. Walmsley, $125 and the hardware. Congratulations. Excellent play. Everyone come here, we can pose for a picture with the women's champions. We're starting 2 new projects this year. We already started one, which is Pinball Circus. And I want to underline one thing. Pinball Circus that never got done at Williams Midway for several reasons. There were more economic and political than really, because that's not the way to go into the future with pinball. I will release after we redesign it, and the redesign will be basically done in terms of new mechs. I think it's time that our old flippers from the 40s, our old jet bumpers from the 30s, our ball drop from the 60s, which was already we redesigned, and some of these very clunky World War II technologies, which kept pinball backwards because they are hard to maintain, their footprint is enormous, and it's very clunky. Again, the new materials, titanium composites, the new coils. I mean, it's a shame. Here we have a mechanical beast like pinball, and we have coils, and we have other electromechanical mechanisms. We have ball bearings, which the pinball is part of. And let's face it, our planes, our trains, our cars, everything still moves on pinballs, guys. Pinball is about flipping a ball, you becoming that ball inside that miniature amusement park, interacting with very few simple, cool characters, which are either drop targets or a robot or another cowboy or an animal. And in this little amusement park, or in the Wizard of Oz, the witch, the trees, right? You bang your ball, your head against the trees, and they jump up. It's a great freaking feature, right?
I got a nice gravel driveway, but I park my cars in my yard. I live next to the highway, so you can see my home from your car. I drink a beer in a folding chair. I watch Wheel of Fortune in my underwear. Honey, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Home, sweet mobile home. Hey, grab a chair. Home, sweet mobile home. You ain't going nowhere. I hope we don't get no tornadoes. I hope we don't have a big, huge, damaging flood. I'm trying to grow tomatoes, and they don't do too good in the mud. I tell you, I planted more than that. You won't find my wife or my wife's cat. And now I'm happy, yeah, truly happy. Home, sweet mobile home, and we having fun. Home, sweet mobile home, the party's just begun.
Do you consider yourself a pinball player or a pinball collector or both?
I'm a pinball player. I had a machine growing up as a child, so I've been involved in pinball my whole life. So
Why do you stay around it now?
I like it. You know, it's a hands-on. It's, you know, you can touch the machine, you get feedback from it, the lights and just the sounds, just the whole atmosphere of it.
So if you were able to make a pinball game, like what would the theme be?
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
Right on.
Yeah.
My name is Jacqueline Miller. I'm born and raised in Rochester Hills, Michigan, and I currently live in Royal Oak, Michigan.
How long have you been playing pinball?
Really got into it probably about a year and a half ago. I played when I was a kid, arcades. They were kind of going away when I was growing up. The home system was really coming into its heyday. But it really came back. One of my husband and our mutual friends always wanted to own a pinball machine, and my husband has been working on electronics. His dad's an electrical engineer since he was a little kid. So since he was 5, he's been holding a soldering iron.
Right.
And his buddy picked up this pinball machine that wasn't working, and we had the talk, and it was like, well, you know what's going to happen if you agree to help your buddy out with this. You are going to get hooked onto this. And I know you don't just do a favor or whatever. You're going to go full tilt into this. And that's exactly what happened, but I got hooked too. So it's been kind of a cool
What game
ride.
was it?
That was Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
So that's what got him hooked. So that was the ballet system. So he started learning on that, and then he was looking, if I could own a machine, what would my first machine be? And he really latched on to Dungeons and Dragons. So his birthday was coming up, and there were 2 out on Craigslist for decent prices, and I was like, all right, give me the email addresses. And so I hooked it up and arranged it and everything, and that's what was his first
That's your
machine.
D&D that's out
That's
there.
our D&D out on the floor.
'Cause I own one of those actually.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
really? That's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
probably one of
Very
the only
few people
that-
actually own them.
I've got one on location actually.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was actually okay. You looked at the playfield, right? It needs some love.
Yeah.
That was a home use only.
Yeah.
Guy bought it new in box, and in the 80s, when 85 when it came out, and had no idea how to maintain it.
Right.
Never cleaned it. When we got it, the field was all dusty and everything.
Yeah.
So part of it is we're gonna do some restore work on it too.
Yeah. And it sounds like right now you consider yourself a player, collector, probably a player.
Both.
Okay.
Just getting into the player side of things. I've only
Right.
done kind of mini tournaments, a little bit of novice
Okay.
tournament play. But my husband and I have been talking about getting more seriously into that. We've started going to there's the Shark Club out in
Right,
Howell
okay,
has
right
the
on.
league out there, so we're
Cool.
starting to do the league
Awesome.
to get into that, and then as schedules permit or whatever, we would like to go out to Papa
That'd be
in
cool.
the next year or so.
Yeah.
ACDC is great. I actually won the women's tournament last year on ACDC.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, that
So
was
That's
crazy.
awesome. So you won the tournament last year, your first time here.
Yeah, first time here,
Wow.
first tournament, and I just a fluke chance. Like had one of those
Play it.
amazing games.
Natural. 1.5
Yeah.
years of playing.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Just had a great game, and then went into the final, 4 and killed it, and it was really awesome. And that's kind of what got me hooked on the tournament play. It was like, oh great.
Well, we give away a machine every year at the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas
Really?
for a women's tournament.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't
women's
know
tournament.
that.
Yeah,
That's
he runs
awesome.
it every year.
Yeah.
And they give away.
We just
a
gave
new
away an
stern.
ACDC Pro.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
How many women were playing? Like 20 some or 20
Yeah.
women,
That's
something
a
like that.
good sized women's
So
tournament.
yeah. Why do you like Cos?
Why do I like Kaz?
What's good about Cos?
He's a big grumpy teddy bear.
Oh,
I
Nice guy though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fantastic. No,
Yeah,
he
he's awesome.
he just puts so much heart into putting this whole thing on, and the appreciation work he does for the people that help out is beyond anything I've seen for getting involved in community work like this, where especially a hobby or a sport. So I think he just knocks it out of the park with what they're able to pull together with what they have, and it's been fantastic working with him. Even when he has to be short and to the point, there's usually a reason for it.
So, what's your name?
Jimmy Piernak out of Chesterfield, Michigan. I'm definitely not a competitive player because I don't have the skills with the big dogs. I used to say that I like wrenching on them. There's two parts to the hobby for me: so wrenching on them and playing them. I know I don't have the skill that some of these guys do, and that's. But I was here 3 out of 4 days last year, attending the show, and the one day that I didn't make it because I was a little tired, I rebuilt my pop bumpers at home. That's what I did in my free time on my day off from visiting here. So this year I decided, I'm going to try to contribute and give something back, as much as I'm taking out, try. And, so that's what I did. I decided to, help unload a lot of machines, be here for the physical part of it. And then whatever I can do out on the floor, the easy stuff like credits and, unstuck balls and stuff like that, I do what I can, So now it's the pinball hobby for me evolved from the 2 parts to 3. It's the playing, the wrenching on them, in addition to being a part of the community, because it's a lot of the people in the community are very embracing to new collectors or new players, and a lot of good personalities, even the vendors, some of the stuff, and like Predator Pinball, Kevin and Aaron, some of the greatest guys. If my budget was a little bigger, I'd have a few more machines.
Right.
So.
How did you get into pinball? Why pinball?
As a kid, especially when we went camping, my parents would take me and my younger brother, camping up north. We had our thing down. When it rained, laundry day, arcade day. A lot of times the laundromats up there had the arcade games and a couple pinball machines, and my brother gravitated toward the arcades, and I gravitated toward pins. There were a few arcades that I had to play on, the Tron, of course. There were a few of them that caught my attention, but when there were pinball machines, that's where I would dump my money. Through the 90s, of course, stopped playing because they were hard to find. Through the 90s, I did some drywall construction. I was a drywall installer for a short period of time, and we would hit the bars for lunch, bar burgers and stuff, but we'd always try to go to the ones that had pins. Usually there's only one sitting in the corner, but that was in the era when Apollo 13, Stargate, which was one of my favorite all times, which, like I said earlier, I acquired one recently, Theater Magic, and I never had that grasp that you could own one, in your house, so hopped on eBay in 02. One of the first purchases I made was an X-Files pinball manual. Hopes I'd eventually own one, but I figured I'd buy a manual or read through it, see what I can, come up with. And in 2008, I got a good deal on my first pin. Next pin was the X-Files. So I achieved that goal. It took 6 years, but I eventually ended up with an X-Files pin. And, I was obsessed with the show, so the theme is what drew me in on that. And didn't realize till I had to work on them, because the pins that I had acquired, for the price, they had to be worked on. So, but they're up and running. They're here. They're getting loved, and it's really good. I'm geeked to see people lined up to play them.
We just threw that in there.
Yeah, no, John Cosmo, he is a nice guy. He is the organizer of the show, so he has to put almost a mechanical mind first with organizing and keeping things in motion. And I have my moments where I see a smile come out of them, get a handshake from them and stuff. And when a day ends, when you hear about the tournaments, the one thing that impresses me with the tournaments is that 100% in is 100% out payout on the tournaments. That says a lot about somebody that he's not doing this. I mean, there is a profit margin, I'm sure, with anything that you organize and do. It's an excellent thing when you can do it with something that you love, like pinball.
I'm Gregory from Ohio, And I am 7.
Can you tell us what some of the games you own?
Revenge from Mars, Scared Stiff, Roadshow, Tales of Arabian Nights, Monster Bash, Star Trek, Shadow, Attack from Mars, Lord of the Rings, Dracula, Demolition Man, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Demolition Man, did I say that?
Yeah, that's good.
High Speed, and that's all I remember.
That's a pretty good selection. of pinballs. I think you guys got a pretty good game room.
You guys don't have any EMs?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Hey, how you doing, folks? It's me, Mark Pants, and I'm here at the 2013 Michigan Pinball Expo, proudly sporting my wristband, proudly looking at a custom-made duck hunt machine right behind me, made by hand by the loving people here at the community of pinball. Doesn't matter if you're a wizard, an expert, a beginner, a man, woman, child, they've got a tournament for you, they got games for you. Bring the kids. You don't have any kids, don't worry about it. Don't bring any kids. You don't have to have kids. You can find a kid over here. You can find a friend over here. You can bring a friend. It doesn't matter. You can go on over there and play a game and everybody else can see you kicking ass and getting a big high score. I apologize for saying that. Over here, we've got all sorts of games from the 80s. We've got the classics from years gone by. We've got wood rails, we've got metal rails, we've got mechanicals, and we've got solid states. It doesn't matter if you know what that means. You can come on down. Everybody has a good time here for just $20, all you can play. Come on down to the Michigan Pinball Expo.
Dude, what are you doing? Oh, I hate when that happens.
All the screws fell out of the flipper bracket. All the screws, all 4 of them fell out.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
This is the first time I've had to fix these since Thursday morning. I haven't done anything. They're starting to need it though, because some of the lights are out.
Frick's sake.
This is fun, man. This is what I like about these machines. I don't need $200 for. What do you mean I need a new board for $200? This is all I need, a screwdriver. And a piece of sandpaper. Yeah, exactly. The adjustment to it is much better. And if you're a munchkin, it would be much easier to put this back together. You know, when they made this machine, it was made for 5 years to last en route. 5 years is all they expected. So they paid $600 for the machine. They took a bank loan out for $600. And they would pay off the loan as the machine made money. And then after 5 years, they'd take any usable parts that were still on it that they could use for the next machine, and they'd throw them in the dumpster. 5 to 10% of EM titles this old exist. 5 to 10% of all the titles are all gone. But they didn't sell them because they put an ad in the paper and sell them, and you take it, fix it up, and you put it in the gas station down the street, and the route operator wouldn't make any money. So you'd rather throw it away than give you a chance to take some of his customers away from you.
Just take the parts.
Yeah, they just take the parts because they were all common. Look at all the pop upper caps. That's 64, 1964, that's 1966. Okay, they use the same parts. You look at the guts, they're all the same.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, they're made to last 5 years. They ran all weekend, and now I'm finally tightening up a few screws so that they can go back to work. Yeah, it was in the heyday when there was 5, 6 pinball manufacturers.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
New machines coming out all the time if you could find them. Because back then, I got thrown out of more bars than I want to think about. Run in, put your dime in, get 2, 3 balls in, the bartender draw your ass out. Sucked being a kid when pinball was young, man. I played that, that's the game that hooked me, the Happy Clown. 8th grade, every day, 35 cents. I wouldn't buy lunch, and I'd come home, walk home from school, Telegraph and Voorhees, that's the place. That machine sat there every day. I played that all through junior high. 35 cents, 3 games for a quarter, 5 balls per play. And I didn't win 10 cents for a fourth game. 35 cents. Wait for an hour.
Yeah.
From Toro down to Brighton, I must have played them all. I ain't seen nothing like him in any amusement hall. That deaf dumb blind kid sure plays the mean pinball. He stands like a statue, he's part of the machine. Feeling all the comfort, always playing clean. He plays by intuition, the digit counts far. That deaf dumb blind kid sure plays the mean pinball. Tilts it off. That deaf dumb blind kid sure plays the mean pinball. I thought I was the ballet table queen, but I just handed my pinball crown to him. Amusement hall, that deaf dumb blind kid sure plays the mean pinball.
Thank you very much. I also would like to thank Kaz for inviting me to Michigan Pinball. Oh, there he is. I have made a tremendous amount of friends in pinball, and that's what this is about. It's like, you do make money with pinball machines, there's no question. But you wouldn't, I don't know. My heart is in making pinball machines, that's what I do. A couple of things I just want to say after hearing some other people speak, okay? I work for a company that's making pinball machines right now. And with AC/DC, we're up 30%, okay? Our company is kicking ass. I hate to say it, but it's true. We're not hurting. It doesn't need saving. I love everything that we're doing right now. I really love the new freedom that they have given me to make games. On AC/DC, management said to me, Steve, make the game you want that will make us successful. And that's what we got to do. I like to listen to everybody in our design crew. I do. I do listen to them. I want all the good ideas in my game that I can possibly get. I am not insecure about accepting ideas from other people. I'm just not. If you're on my team and you're going to contribute, I love it. If it's bad stuff, you know, it makes it a little hard because I don't let bad things in the game if I can help it. I like to make good things. Anyway, with the production how it is right now, it looks like we're going to continue making AC/DC well into 2014, you know, in segments. We're not all going to make them continuously, but they'll be, you know, interrupted with our current game and whatever. But it looks like we keep getting orders, so we're very happy with that. I got to tell you a story. Okay, there's this guy. He's like, he's a Catholic, but he hasn't been to church in a long time. Okay. Let's call him Jack. And he walks by the church, and he decides to go inside. And he walks up to the confessional. You know, there's nobody else around. He walks in, sits down. And there's this light, you know, his eyes adjust to the dim light in there. He sees, you know, this nice vestal wine on the wall, the best, cigars, chocolates, and a really nice display of ladies who forgot to put their clothes on. He hears a noise outside, and he says, you know, Father, boy, the church has really changed since I've been here. And the priest says, get out, idiot, you're on my side. Not that funny, huh? Anyway, as far as pinball goes, I'm working on a new game. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Like, people know what it is, but I can't confirm anything. I'm not gonna. We're having a good time making it. It's exciting. It's really cool. And trying to do some more breakout things. You know, Python spoke about jets and, you know, and lanes and ramps that you shoot. I think if we leave those out, people are actually kind of angry. But I'm not going to say that, you know, I'm not going to leave it closed at that. I'm interested in finding good shots, but there's only certain amounts of good shots from angles on the flipper. Adding flippers is a good idea, though. It's great. Produce a new center of activity every time you put another flipper on a game, no question. We have some great new devices coming up. I think you're going to like them. One is like, I don't know, this is the most ambitious game I've ever made. That's what I can say about it. Anyway, I'm not sure why this picture is in there. This was like taken, this is another pinhead in Germany, Martin Wiest, and we rented motorcycles and rode in the Alps. It was really thrilling for me. It's like there's snow on both sides of the road. There's just the asphalt that's thawed out because the sun's out. It was awesome. Let's see, next picture. There we go. I like to call this picture Punishment for Spider-Man. It's like, I didn't actually get him on the game, but I'll probably hurt, you know. He's not happy. I couldn't put him in there like that. Oh, this is one of my friends. I'm sorry about the motorcycle pictures, but this is one of my friends, okay? He's like a wheelie monster, and he's really good. This is a track, too, but then this happens, and he breaks his arm. Actually, I have a lot of friends on crutches and stuff that ride dirt bikes. This is Willie. That's John Borg standing next to me. I don't know if you guys ever saw him before. That's John Borg. It was a while back. This is an old picture of high speed. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this before, but that's high speed. That's how it started.